At this exact moment in time, I am on an island out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean called Maui. A trip a year in the making that, due to devastating circumstances, had been rescheduled twice. This is my post-chemotherapy celebratory trip, and a special thanks goes out to a very sweet and dear family friend who gifted us their condo to stay at. And now for the burning question: where have I been the last month and a half? Well, I've been here, just not here. You might as well grab a cup of something, sit back and relax while I fill you in while exploring this beautiful island. You're totally shitting yourself right now?
Yeah, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. Oh, shit! Oh, now we gotta go up around the damn mountain again.
Ah, yes, here we go. See, I live in Seattle, and well, there is this little thing called SAD. This stands for Seasonal Affect Disorder, or should I say lack of vitamin D disorder, which is probably more likely. It's also called I can only handle so much at one time disorder, and sometimes known as my brain is not working right at this moment disorder, and I need to focus on things that pay my bills. Honestly, I love creating these videos, but they don't pay my bills, and life in Seattle is very expensive, and I'm feeling very overwhelmed by how expensive it is, and life in general as a single person with no kids. I mean, no human kids, that is. And even though I'm not running on the traditional hamster wheel that is bestowed upon us from the time we come out of the womb, I'm definitely still running on a hamster wheel of my own making. And the sheer exhaustion of it had me basically just reaching a point where every time I picked up my camera to film something, the idea of putting it all together in an entertaining and authentic story had me feeling very, let's just say, tired. So in the spirit of growing from my past mistakes, I decided to just chill and come back to it when I felt compelled and called to it, which is now. After the first 2 days of being on my trip, walking around in circles, because I have absolutely no idea how to actually chill out, here I am, filming my first video in a month and a half. So I am in Maui. It is quite a rainy day. It's just like torrentially pouring out. But you know what? It doesn't really bother me because we have been on the go nonstop, and I am tired in the best kind of way, but tired. I don't know if this ever happens to you, but every time I go on vacation, I find myself almost just exhausted for the first couple days. I don't really allow myself to take adequate rest when I'm at home. So for the first couple days, it's just me sleeping a lot. Although my mom and I did go out and explore a lot. Maui is gorgeous. It's been really interesting to see what parts of the island are my favorite. And I realized that I am a mountain town girl. And if I were to ever move here, I definitely would be up in the mountains. And there is, I'm not going to pronounce it right, but I think it's Macacao I'll put I know I'm not saying it right, but Makawa, I think. Or I don't know. I'll put the spelling up, but it was just by far my favorite place. Yeah, I wanted to address why I decided to just take a break. I know I don't really need to address it, but I figured I would. Honestly, it's just mainly because every single time I went to pick up the camera, there's something inside of me that stopped me from, I think part of it is because I've just been in survival mode. Things have been harder financially. It just feels like I can't get ahead. And it's like something really great happens in my business and then life happens. I've just been trying to create and put things out into the world, and I know I'm not the only one struggling. I think a lot of people are. When I get into that place, it's really hard for me to create and story tell. I kind of have to put my head down and do the things that just come naturally to me on autopilot, which is more of my crafts outside in my shop. Sorry if this doesn't make sense. I'm really, really tired. As you can see, my hair is in a very wild stage, and so it's got a mind of its own right now, which is great because I'm just happy to have hair again. I'm just curled up in bed and listening to the rain fall down, and going to get a little work done on my laptop and do a little workout in my room here a little bit later. And my mom and I just decided to have a stay around our condo day, which was perfect timing in regards to the weather this week. This has been the only rainy day of our trip so far. So she's downstairs. I think she's just watching a show and relaxing, and I came up here to just take a nap and relax myself and get a little work done. I am so grateful to be here. I'm also really excited to go home and see my buds, Louie and Baker, and start working again, but also trying to stay really present. One thing that I'm really excited about to get home to is working on my garden. So I put together a new big raised bed. I'm going to be filling it with soil and starting to plant my spring starts here shortly. So I am really, really excited to get home and do that. I'm doing good. Health-wise, I'm totally fine, and I should be getting back to creating more and putting out more videos. Mostly, I just needed to shut down for a few weeks. I appreciate all the comments people have been leaving me, telling me that they miss my videos, and that is really encouraging. Sometimes I think I just don't really know what to put out into the world because I'm not really a niche person, and I don't really feel like my life is very exciting to be sharing it all. So I get a little bit bogged down in overthinking about it. One of my favorite Olipop flavors. One thing I wanted to tell you is if you are on my newsletter already, I moved platforms. So I am moving from MailChimp to Substack because there's just a lot more I can do creatively on there. So if you get my Soulful Sundays, that will not be changing. You'll still get 4 Soulful Sundays a month. If you upgrade to paid, it's $5 a month. You will be getting a bunch of other stuff to be continued. Link everything below, and I will check back in with you maybe tomorrow. My mom and I are going to go to another small little town, and then we're going to wrap up this trip. There is something so wonderful about coming home from vacation and settling back into life. I'm sure I'm not the only one that loves this.
Hi. Come here. Come here. Oh. You're a funny boy. I miss you. Yes.
I guess for me, it's a sign that I really do love my life. Everyone's reasonings for traveling are so different, but at this point in my life, I feel like I want to stay closer to home unless it's something to do with work. I just really miss my boys and my simple comforts and routine, and I'm really excited for some things that are in the works right now. I can't promise I'll be back here every single week. I've tried that before and it just doesn't work for me. However, I can say this. I really love making these videos when I'm in the headspace to do so. And I love your feedback on what you'd like to watch. And so please go ahead and leave me a comment below letting me know in particular what you'd love to see more of. In the meantime, I'm just here cleaning my house and organizing my life. Which is funny because someone left a comment here once that said, "It seems like you're always organizing your life." And I just thought that was pretty funny. I'm also continuing to work on a lot of custom furniture flips. And speaking of which, would you like to see some of those? Would you like to see me take you through that from start to finish? Showing that sounds like a lot of fun to me right now and something that seems to be calling me a bit more. Let me know in the comments if you are interested in that. So this weekend it is also supposed to be really nice, reaching into the high 60s, which in Seattle is like incredible this time of year. So I plan to get out in my backyard and start to really work on my garden with the hopes of planning spring starts in early April. Overall, things seem to be feeling a bit more expansive right now with spring right around the corner. I love this time of year as everything starts to come back to life. So this is day 1 of my 75 medium hard challenge. I'm about to do my first 45-minute workout. So I'm doing it a little bit different. You're supposed to do 2 45-minute workouts a day. One of them has to be outside. What I'm gonna do is a 45-minute workout, and then my other one is going to be a long walk with Baker every day. That's 45 minutes. Come rain or shine. It's currently raining out, so hopefully I didn't just miss my opportunity of rain-free walk, but I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do my workout, and a little bit later I'm gonna come back and explain this whole process with you. I'll be back. So thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you soon.